Let's talk about Will Levis, one of the most polarizing players in all this draft class. Not even one of the most polarizing quarterbacks, just players in general. Will Levis is a guy that has amazing arm strength, sneaky mobility, and has a size that every scout loves. He's the prototypical great quarterback when you look at him. You pick him out of a line with C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young, you look at Will Levis and say, hey, that is the guy. When you look at his film, he has amazing throws deep, amazing short accuracy, amazing medium accuracy. And a lot of people may say he's the best quarterback in this draft class, right? Let's pump the brakes. Will Levis is a very good NFL prospect, and I believe that he has potential to be a franchise quarterback. The problem is with Will Levis, the turnovers are a major issue, but it's not completely Will Levis's fault. Before we get into the turnovers, this man played for the University of Kentucky, one of the worst offensive units in all of college football. The offensive line gave up a lot of pressures. He was one of the most pressured quarterbacks in college football. The wide receivers couldn't separate, and he dealt with a lot of drops as well, and a lot of penalties as well. And the guys were running the wrong routes, and it was just not buttoned up this year offensively. It's another reason why the offensive coordinator got fired. We saw glimpses of what Will Levis can be in the NFL. He'll have a 40 to 50 yard deep bomb right in stride, hit the receivers right in between their chest, bang, go down the field, and they'll run the ball 2 times back to back, get a negative game, and then they'll put all the onus on Will Levis. Then we will see games like how they had against Tennessee to where they couldn't get anything going, and Will Levis throws 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. All the turnovers are not on Will Levis, but the ones that are on Will Levis are very scary. He tries to play a lot of hero ball. He tries to overcompensate for the lack of talent around him. And while some may say, hey, that's a good thing, we've seen other players in the NFL like Sam Darnold come out there and they try to do that, and it's not such a good thing. I think Will Levis will go into a situation like the Indianapolis Colts. It's a match made in heaven. You give him a strong run game, give him some physical good wide receivers, give him some decent offensive line protection, he should be good. We have seen plays throughout this season and last season with Will Levis. The pocket breaks down. He doesn't fold. He will stand there, take the hit, and will deliver a pretty ball in the middle of the field. And that's where his best completions come from, middle of the field. I see why scouts are all in on this kid and why they say he is QB1. In my opinion, he is not. I still have him behind Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. But I think that Will Levis has a lot of potential that hasn't been tapped in just yet. But like I said earlier, the quarterback position is a very interesting position. Teams will trade up and trade for whoever they think could potentially be their guy because it's the richest position in the NFL. The major thing with Will Levis is 23 interceptions in the last 2 years, 13 in 2021 and 10 this year. 19 touchdowns passing this year, 24 passing touchdowns last year. And you may say, okay, what happened? The offensive coordinator's what happened. He got fired after this year. And I'm not trying to make all these excuses for Will Levis. People will roll their eyes and say, okay, he's just a bad quarterback. The situation he was in was not the greatest. But we have seen what he's able to do off script. Amazing on the run, can throw off his back foot. The footwork does get sloppy when pressure gets around, but that's pretty normal for a quarterback that's coming out of college. The accuracy, the arm strength is going to make him a highly sought after quarterback in this draft class. He could be the next Josh Allen or he could be the next Sam Darnold. If he cleans up his turnovers and he has that work ethic like a lot of people say he has in Kentucky, this guy could be Josh Allen-like. Not saying he will be Josh Allen, but he could be like that. But if he gets into a situation where the talent around him isn't the greatest, like how Sam Darnold went to the New York Jets and the talent wasn't the greatest and the offensive line's not the greatest, we're going to see a lot of those demons perk up behind him. We're going to see these turnovers still be a problem. The arm strength is amazing. The size, you can't teach it. The sneaky mobility is awesome to have. It just depends on the team he will go to. I don't see a for sure bust, but I don't see a for sure ended superstar either. He's one of those guys that you look at and you say, potentially, he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But his ceiling is so high to where a lot of teams will trade up for him in the first round. But his floor is so low, which it could scare you as well. I think the Indianapolis Colts are the best fit for Will Levis, and that would be the perfect fit. And you try to get an offensive guru in there, like a Brian Dable, how he went to the New York Giants and transcended Daniel Jones' career. When it comes down to coaching, you got to get the right offensive play caller in play, and you get the right weapons around him. Will Levis will be a beast. And you can say that for pretty much any quarterback. But this guy is better than Zach Wilson coming outside of college. I can tell you that right now. The offensive line was not the greatest, and he was in a bad situation, and he was still able to put up some decent numbers in Kentucky. I'm just saying, beware of where you take him, but he is definitely worthy of being a first-round pick. That is for sure. To me, I have him being a mid to late first-round pick on my board, but he will be a top 10 NFL draft pick. I'm booking that now because some scouts already have him ranked as QB1, and some NFL GMs will be enamored with this kid. And when it comes down to his pro day, you're going to hear a lot of scouts and a lot of analysts say, hey, the throws that he can make in just t-shirts and shorts, they're going to salivate over it. Look what they did with Zach Wilson. And like I said, I believe he's a better prospect than Zach Wilson. So let me know in the comment section below how you feel about Will Levis. If he cussing on these turnovers, the sky is his. He already does not have that check down mindset. He wants to risk it for the biscuit. And usually that's where the turnovers come from. But when it works, man, it works. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about Will Levis. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, I want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.